Yo, what is going, everyone? We are live, and we are here on a historic day in the UK. No matter what side of the fence you are on, this is a historic day. Some friends believe this is a great thing. Some friends believe this is a bad thing. But beside whatever the fence you are on, there's a there's a difference of opinion. Thank you very much to the person that's just come and disliked. You are great. You are awesome. You are fucking sad. You have a really, really shit life that you want to come in here. You wait for me to go live to dislike. You are such a sad person. You are a sad individual. But regardless of that, here we go. How is everyone going on Brexit Day? What side of the fence are you on? There's no right or wrong answer. You believe in things one way or the other. I've got Sky News on in the background, which is giving off a live countdown of what is going on. I'm only here because it's a historical moment. Like I say, no matter what side of the fence you're on, it is a historical moment. So we're going to be here. There's going to be yours. There's going to be a few of us. There might be some pro-Leave people turn up because it's a live stream. There might be some pro-Leave people that turn up. There's a lot of people that turn up because it's a camping stream on a camping channel. But we don't know. Let's see how this rolls out. I just wanted to mean that there's people gathering over wild camps who are a little bit pro-Leave and in my circles, and then we've got people like Owen Albion Camping who are pro-Remain, and we've got these people that are pro-Remain and pro-Leave, and between pro-Remain and pro-Leave, just in my circle of friends, is a massive difference. There really is a massive difference between in the gulf of my friends. That's the way it is. That's the way we're going. I don't know. I don't know. I'll tell you guys. I always thought that everyone was in this sort of community sort of was one level of thinking, one way of thinking, but it turns out not. Even if we are the same way of thinking and we believe everything's going on in the outdoors community, in camping, outdoor solutions, outdoor life, outdoor living, van life, it turns out that there still is a big difference to what in politics, to what one person might think, to what the next person might think. And although it was surprising, I still think that it's good. It's good that there is so many people that are so independently thinking facts and their opinions that they're brought to me, because it educates me and it makes me think outside of the box. So yeah, I am grateful and I am thankful. But here we are. So this is the live chat. We've got 3 people watching. We've got 2 people like. We've got 2 people dislike. I haven't got any comments yet. Oh, we've got Andrew Forrest up in the house, which says hi, Kev. I'm going to just pause this now. But yeah, hopefully we get a few people in here. It's 9 o'clock. It's a Friday. It's like I say, it's a monumental day. It's a massive day. Regardless of what side of the fence you think on, it's a big day for the UK. So here we are, Andrew Forrest. I'm just gonna pop and say hello in the side chat because you've said hello in the side chat. So hi, Andrew. There we are. Well, it's a massive day. Today's a massive day. I don't know which side of the country you're on. I don't know how you're voting. I don't know how you think about things. I'm really wanting to get today off. I've put out in the WhatsApps. I've put out in a few Facebook groups that are going to be here. It looks like there's only there's only just me here at the minute. If this goes on, then we're going to end it. If 20, 30, 40 people turn up, then we'll keep it going for a bit. But we're just waiting. We're just waiting on Sky. We're just waiting. It's 21:09 at the minute. So we're just waiting. I don't know. It's been weird. I'm going to open some cream and chives. It's an event that's gone on that's divided the country literally nearly 50-50. You're either thinking one way or you're thinking the other way. I know it's the way I think. I think we should have left. I voted to leave. It's been a hard decision for us to accept. If it can't go on, then it won't go on. We'll end it. But I really think there'll be people out there would appreciate an unbiased view. I mean, I had my original views, but I wouldn't try and force my views on anyone else. You know, if people think a certain way, then 100% respect them people and the way they feel. But no, we're coming up to 10 minutes and there's only 2 of us here. Oh, we've got Prep Nomad. It would be hard for me to leave when I've got brother Preps in the house. But it really was. Some people really took this to heart and took this a bad way. Took me a bad way. Took the people I sort of watch in a bad way. And it was only ever supposed to be this chat. There's a voice. If you've got a voice either way. I started off this chat and expressed my point of view. Yeah, I was vote leave. And yes, I expressed my reason why. If you have a different opinion, you shouldn't feel animosity or anything like that. Just come and tell me, because I am really interested for people to come and tell me their point of view. So I think I'm the 4th person. I think we've got 4 people watching. One being Prep Nomad, one being Andrew Forrest, and one being Chris D. Allen. 2 of you boys. How's it all going? It's I kind of thought it wouldn't. It's turning out to be a slow one tonight. I didn't think it would be a slow one, but it's a major night. My viewers, people have their views. There's no view that's right or wrong. Honestly, you can come tell me anything, and I will. I respect your view, and we'll discuss it. That's what I'm waiting for. Waiting for firework. Yeah, Paul, I imagine that we are friends with the same sort of people, and we've got the same people in London waiting for the fireworks, and yeah, we've probably got the same friends and same people with the same point of view who are in London tonight, ready for it. I probably would have been. Fireworks kicked off after the election. And there was a good few people that did want a Big Ben to go. It didn't work out. I don't know how on earth they wanted to charge $500,000 to ring the bell, but that's what they said they wanted. And I don't know how it can be $500,000 to ring the bell just once, or ring the bell at 11 o'clock. But it didn't happen. We've been having metaphorical fireworks for 5 years. I noticed around New Year's this year that there was a lot more fireworks, and it was like, was people getting ready for Brexit? And possibly they was getting ready for Brexit because there was a lot more fireworks around. So everyone that's watching, we've got 6 people in the house, and I truly do appreciate the 6 people. It doesn't sound like a lot to a lot of channels, but this is a historical night, and for 6 people to be here watching me on a historical night is amazing. I really do appreciate it. But where are you? Who are you? Say hello in the side chat, or say where you are in the UK. Let me know where you will be celebrating from. Be right back in 10 minutes. Yeah, all right, Dave. Yeah, but that was the thing. Paul says offered to do it for £10 plus travel and accommodation and companion. Why was it $500,000? Why was the price $500,000 to strike the bell? I don't know. We've got the Gonk Life in the house tonight. Brilliant internet. He's popped up, mate. So that's good. So we're late. No, we've not even been really going. It's not like a normal chat. We're just chilling. We're just talking about the Brexit, and you're not right or you're not wrong. If you think everything's a certain way or a certain other way, no right or wrong answer. We all have opinions. We all have feelings. Paul says technically we left months ago, and technically we never entered. It's all relative. Yeah, I do agree. The steep up and out thing is not a thing. Sorry, I'm late. Same as usual. The thing is, people do think it's not a thing. The difference today is that legally binding or by law that we do leave at 11 p.m. today, legally. People can do this, can do that, but legally we leave today. There's a transition period of all the debating that's going on and all the stuff that we've got to figure out, but legally, by law, 11 p.m. today, we were left. So that's why we're streaming. It's not. It's not a stream for Remainers. It's not a stream for Leavers. It's just a stream for everyone to say hello, voice their opinions. Maybe your opinion might be the tone. That's still cool. It's still fine. It's still perfect. I want to hear your opinion. Can we get Rob on cam? Would be nice to see him right now. Rob, which Rob? Well, I guess he's been a tight Remainer. Oh, dear. Hi, all. Happy Independence Day. Hi, Gilliam. Do you think that they will make this as an Independence Day, like a bank holiday? Say, do you think this will happen today? Also, cheers, Jill. Evening and Angry Rob. Andrew Farris says, evening, Gilliam. Angry Rob. I have took myself away from social media for ages. For nearly the last year, to be fair, I've took my place away from social media. So I've sort of seen Eddie Mack and his arguments with Will Moran. I can only imagine you, me and Rob, no, not Rob Gilchrist, I can't even remember what Robert it might be. But good if we get a bank holiday. Yep, that's what I think. Be good bank holiday, but probably only people who leave will be allowed to use it. I can't think what Rob you think of, Paul. Honestly, can't, bud. Can't think of it. Like I say, I'm a leaver. Do you know what I mean? I can't think of I can't think of a time or people that, even though I'm a leaver. Even my results matter to other people. I vote with the heart. I vote with things that affect me. And we've got loads of people, loads of family, loads of friends that are down south and say, that can't be right. You can't think like that, Kev. That can, because I'm in a different part of the UK to you. And like I said years ago, like 2 or 3 years ago, when the referendum first started, someone like us that just enjoys camping at the weekend can never possibly think the same way that someone that like owns Morrison's supermarket can never think the same. You can't think the same. You've not got the same amount of staff, you've not got the same amount of people, it can never be the same. We vote for Liam. She's a sensible woman. I tasted the salad and it landed on someone's head. I made my decision. And it can be as finical as a 50-50 twin cost. It can be. people could have decided the fate of the country on a towing cost, and that is just mental. But it could have happened. 9:30, so we've got an hour and a half. If anyone's interested. It's nearly almost as exciting as the the votes that come in live, isn't it? We should know the result really, but when I lived in London, so many people were for the EU. Out in the real UK, the heartlands, I found the majority of the people voted for the Brexit. I agreed with him. And I don't know if anyone caught the last live stream. While I apologise to Owen Albion camping. We had a bit of a ding dong last week, or before the chat. He is a passionate Remainer, and I'm a passionate Leaver. And at no point that I think I'm better than him or my opinion's worth more, but I'm from the northeast, and there's been a lot of change in the way people vote around here. You know, we're from a steelwork sort of village and town, and all the villages around me are all independent on the trades. But yeah, all like I was trying to tell him on the night, no one around here is happy with the Labour Party. No one was around here was happy with the way the trade is, and I kept saying to people that these elections might not go the way anyone wants them to go because no one's happy. And I really just trying to get my point across that no one was happy anywhere. You know, I was working at the time. I was working on the docks. I had all friends and family that was working in the steelworks that were saying no one's happy in the steelworks. People would have preferred the steelworks to close than go Labour again. And it was all just mad that I was trying to get my point across that no one I knew was happy. No one I knew was ever going to go and vote Leave. I know Labour didn't offer a Leave option, but even if they had them, no one would have voted Labour Leave. And I was trying to get my point across that this was the case. No one would listen, and it turns out in the end that everyone should have listened, because you know there was a big shock. Anywhere that's voted Labour the whole time had voted to Leave, and Labour just did not offer a Leave option. If Labour would have offered some sort of Leave option, do we think would have been here now? Because I honestly don't. If Labour would have said, we're going to offer this option for leaving. It's going to be a really soft option. I don't think we would have been here today. I think the independence referendum was a way that the UK people could just stick their fingers up to the government, you know. Here is our way. Here is our way of sticking the fingers up to the puppet masters. And there you go. And then they didn't offer another option, like Labour did not offer another option. If you was part of the 17.4 million people that voted to leave, and then Labour come to you and didn't offer you a single option, if Labour would have come forward and said, we want this day, we want that day, we want to leave, and we're going to do this, and we're going to do that, they would have got the vote. I can't understand why people from where I'm from would ever vote the Tories, but they did. Scunthorpe never, ever, ever had voted Labour before. They never voted Tories. They voted Tories. We've got Immingham, we've got Grimsby, we've got Hull, all dock cities. Never voted Tories or voted Tories. Labour just didn't give us anything. Labour does not give us anything. So Labour can be the only ones to blame. They never offered anything to the voter. But I don't know if you can see the TV. Let's have a look. We're 1 hour and 29 minutes away. Like I say, it doesn't matter who you vote for. It's a historical moment tonight. I appreciate all of you being here. It is a historical moment. One we might tell our children about, or our nieces or nephews or whoever. So I am glad that you're all here. I don't think Labour know what they wanted either. I think they had the wrong front. I agree with both of them statements. Labour never knew which way they wanted to go. They did not know what to do for the best. At least this time we got the vote we did. It was really comprehensive. There was no other way you could apply the vote. It was either one way or another, and if you was leavers, you're going to get it. I'm listening. I've got a few friends. Jazz Crafty Bush Prepper is in that there London tonight. But one of the things that's like the so far away with the world is like the whole thing about ringing Big Ben. How the fudge does it cost $500,000 to ring Big Ben? The technology is not that difficult, honestly. I could set up something on my computer that sounds like Big Ben in about 10 minutes and probably only charge you $5. I don't know how it's going to cost $500,000 to ring the Big Ben when, you know. And Man Stuff TV said earlier, fireworks would have been a cheaper and viable option. It's a lot worse to set up fireworks for a massive explosion and everything else than it is to set up Big Ben. Surely to God, or it should be. Paul says, Pretnoma says, I'm glad they don't follow the news. No, and this has been the thing throughout the few WhatsApp groups and the chats I am in today. We've been talking about a lot the news, and can you trust the news? I 100% don't believe that you can choose the choose to believe the news media. And then I shared some stories from news articles saying that there's been cows found. No, there's been rats found as big as mice and all these other things, and you can't trust the media. Honestly, you can't trust them. The media, to me, you can basically, they'll give you a bit of the truth. Sometimes it might be 50% of the truth. Sometimes it might be 20% of the truth. I do not trust the media as far as I can throw them. They have to sensationalize everything. The best headlines that they put out sells the more newspapers or grabs more viewers. So they have to sensationalize headlines to get people in there. So I don't trust media. They're all owned by the same. When you look at it, they're all owned by the same company. They're all pushing the same agenda. So I don't trust media. And this was one of the things that come up in the chat. Well, who do you trust then? Well, you have to trust people. You have to trust your friends. If you've got a person out in Australia and they're saying that, if there's 100% of the bush on fire, then I'd rather believe that someone that I trust saying there's 100% of the bush on fire rather than a news media outlet saying that there's 90% of the bush on fire. Might not be a massive difference, but I don't trust the media. I trust people who I trust. They rang Big Ben last year to show it could ring tonight. I don't know why. I don't understand why. I don't understand the whole system, why it was going to cost $500,000. Gillian. I don't understand it. Labour MP said don't trust Corbyn, he would ruin the country. I think he would. Aren't rats bigger than mice? Yeah, but they said that this article, I can't show you because I'm recording off the phone right now, but it literally said that there was rats in the country that was bigger than cows. Everybody once said to see rats the size of cats. No, this said 100%. This said rats the size of cows. And Gillian's got a few smart faces. So, yeah, an hour and 24 minutes away. We've got 6 people in the house. We've got 3 thumbs up. We've got probably the same thumbs down. No, we've only got 2 thumbs down, actually. I am pleased and flabbergasted that you are here with me, or you're prepared to spend an evening with me. Most of my friends have gone out on a Friday night. I know I've got Gareth and Zoe up in the Peak District. I've got Owen in Eastern Lincolnshire. I've got other friends here, there, and everywhere. So I do appreciate it. But I said that I was going to go live, and then I said I wasn't. And I downloaded Resident Evil on PlayStation 4, so then I wasn't even going to do it at all. But I thought because I posted it out there that I have to come and just say hello, and here we are. Footies and mice, no way bigger than cows. Literally, honestly, it was a Daily Star that I don't trust people as far as I can throw them at Daily Star, but it said that there was it said that there was rats running around as big as mice, and I used that headline, I used that story to point out to other people that we've been having discussions today that you can't trust media. They would have you believe that there's fucking rats running around the size of cows. You on Call of Duty Modern Warfare again? I'm on PlayStation 4, brother. Let me just type this in here, my homie. This is my PlayStation 4. That's my PSN profile or whatever it is. To be fair, I don't know if it's. I don't know whether it's if there's gaps, or there's supposed to be gaps in that, or there's supposed to be underscore. But that's my PSN profile. I play Black Ops 4. Black Ops 4. I've got Modern Warfare, but I don't play it. I didn't like it. Exploring with Adrian. All right, Adrian, tonight. How are we doing, buddy? If not, I'll try and send me a private message of your PlayStation ID, and I'll end you. End you? Fucking hell, that was vicious, wasn't it? I'll add you. Modern Warfare. I don't think I've got Modern Warfare. I was disappointed in the Black Ops 4. Fuck's sakes. I was disappointed in Black Ops 4. Then I got World War. I don't know if I got Modern Warfare because by the time I got it, I was just so disappointed that I don't think I bought it. Oh, I really do need to make an apology as well. When we had the live chat last week and we was talking about the bushcraft show and everything else, and I said it was £250 a person, and how much the price had gone up and how much I didn't think it was worth it at that price. I've been on today just to have another look. I got sent an invite, and for a weekend's camping in the woods with your ticket every day was about £100 for, and although not the £250 I said, and for Lily it was around £45 for camping and the full weekend's camp. So even though I said it was 250 quid a person, it turns out it was like 150 quid for two persons, me and Lily. I don't know what I was looking at, but that was the prices that come up, and when I had a look today, that was the price that come up. So £150 for 4 nights, which is a lot more tolerable than the 500 I was saying. I don't know how I got it wrong, like I was saying, but I can only put people in the right direction. I can only admit that when I've been wrong about something. Yeah, so that was that. So I just noticed today, and I thought I must put that in the chat that that I got it wrong, and I got it major wrong. I got it wrong by what, 350 quid. I said it was going to be 500 quid, and it's only 150 quid for me and Lily for the 4 nights. Edale £7.50 a night. Edale is, but I'll be honest, there's not enough there to keep me there. I can't say more than that. There's a few people, yeah. You are one of them, Paul, but other than you and a couple of others, I've got no reason to go to the bush. I've got no reason to go to Edale. I've got a lot more reasons to go to the bushcraft show, like Big John, Back Garden Bushcraft, the Craghoppers team, Stonewood Survival, Black Wolf Survival, Stonewood Survival, Woodland Ways. I've got a lot more reason to go to bushcraft show than our Edale. It's just the truth. Other than Prep Nomad, maybe. I can't even think of. Paul, you'll be the only reason, honestly. I'm saying there's no other reason for me to go to Edale other than you. Sorry, Grizzly D'Allen. There's Dave there. I would like to spend a bit of time with Dave at Edale. Prep Nomad. I can't think of any other reason why I'd want to go to Edale. Nearly everyone else is going to the bushcraft show, like Big John and Lee Moores and Are you going to read out, Paul? Says Grizzly Allen. Good, getting ready for tomorrow's camp, says Adrian. Where are you going, Adrian? Let us know, bud. Let's or what kind of camp or rough direction anyway. You don't have to tell us exactly where you're going. You don't want to get stuck. Hopefully, mate, we need to swap holes, spot on. It's more of a social meet. Lots of bargains. Well, I actually found there was more bargains at the Bushcraft show than Edale. I don't think I actually brought from a trader at Edale compared to when I was at the Bushcraft show, and there was Military Mart and all them, and Military Mart was doing Mulbank bags at £1. So literally, there was like 5 in our group. So literally, I bought 10 of them, 10 Milbank bags for £1. For 2 for each person. I'm planning to get to March. I'm planning to get to Udale early, get wild camping. We've got William Kinnear tonight, so he tops up the viewers up to about 7. How's it going, Kev? It's good, mate. Thank you very much. Thanks for your comment on the last video and all that. Some good folk there. Yeah, Paul. There's some good folk, but there's most of the folk I haven't really no time for anymore. The way that the last 2 years have panned out. There's Jude, there's Grizzly. If Gillian went, there'd be Gillian. Other than that, I can take it or leave it. You know, they can come or go. And it's not me being horrible. I'm sure I'm the same in their lives. I can come or go. So, but the people that's going to the Bushcraft show, like I say, some of the big companies like my friends that work at Woodland Ways, my friends that work at Stonewood Survival, Blackwood Survival, the friends at Craghoppers, RJ Bushcraft, you know, Woodland Survival and Bushcraft. All these friends that I've got that are going to be at the Bushcraft show. You know, even though I've not spoke to them for a couple of years, maybe it's friends that I can much. It's horrible. It's horrible, but I can more easily leave the people that go to Edale than I can to this Bushcraft show. I don't want to. I'm not trying to sound horrible or whatever, but it's kind. They've just been better friends to me. You two, mate. I'm not sure what that was about. Paul, who are out camping this weekend? Not me this weekend, Adrian. I like to look around the individual stores, says Paul. I did, and there was like there was Mr. Scooty Adale, and there was Rob and people like that, and they had really nice stores, but it just. The stores was good and the stores was great, but it never tempted me to pull out my wallet, if that makes sense. I don't know. I wish no ill harm on them. I don't wish bad on them, but it just seemed like in my sort of circles, the people at the Bushcraft show was just more excited to see me. Does that make sense? I don't mean to be horrible, but it was like, if someone's more excited to see you, you're more than likely want to spend time with that person that's more likely to see you. Does that make friends? You know, does that make sense? At Edale, I met Gary, I met Drew, I met Scotty, I met Dog Soldier, and I don't think any of them are bad people. I really like all of them, but it was just the people that I met at the Bushcraft show in 2015 and 2016. I was asked there. It just seemed like they was more excited to see me. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? I wish Edale and all the Edale boys and all the Edale crew lots of success. I And it honestly, it was like that. It was 51%, 49% whether I go to Riedel this year. The only thing I favoured about the Bushcraft show that it was at a new location. I've got the van, I could camp in the van and go, maybe, like I said in last week's on Wednesday's chat, that maybe I could sleep in the car park, just a few quid a night, and then get a day ticket and go around the Bushcraft show just for a day ticket. Whereas Edale, the price is better, for the pitch and the time there, and Bushcraft show was just a couple of days, Edale was 5 days, and there was nothing horrible and resentful to the Edale boys or anything like that. It was just all my friends are like Bushcraft show, nearly all my friends are all they're all professionals. A lot of my friends are like work from schools, or some of the best schools in the UK, like Stuart Wedge, who works at Woodland Ways. David McRae works at Woodland Ways. We've got Craig and Sean from Blackwall Survival. Some of the best schools in the UK. That's where all my friends are, and all my friends, like I say, all my friends are all doing. They've all got stalls at the Bushcraft show. So, considering the last time I met most of them was like 2016. So that's why I was going to. That's why I thought that after a good few years away, that's why I go to the Bushcraft show. And I know, like I say, I know people like Big John. I know people like Lee Morrison. I know other people around that was all going as well. So we could maybe get 10 or 15 at the Bushcraft show, and I just thought that's probably where I should be. I'll be trying out DD one man tent tomorrow, says Adrian. Are you going on the Ginzas night hike next month, Kev? Says Grizzly D Allen. Dave, yeah, I'm going up to that night hike to test out the just how we're doing. That thing is not a camp. It's not a camp. It's not a meet. There's just a few people turning up to see how we can handle navigating in night, because it is a thing that a lot of us can't do, or a lot of us don't train for. And me specifically, I've never trained to read a night and explore, read a map and explore by night. So yeah, it's going to be something I'm trying. Like I say, it's not a meet, it's not a group thing, it's not it's not like a social camp, it's not anything. It's a few of us are going to go up in the mountains when there's probably going to be harsh weather, bad weather, snow. It's going to be hard to read maps. You're going to have the right equipment, the right gear. But because it's a night hike and not a camp, you don't have to take sleeping bags and tents and tarps and all the rest of it. We're doing night exploration around the top of Mamtor and wherever else it will be. Who said that? Oh, that was Dave. I don't know why Dave's not a spanner. I'm gonna make Dave a spanner now. Dave, you're a fucking spanner. Add moderator. There we go. Where's that, Dave? Paul, that's it's not far from Edale, I believe. It's, well, I don't believe, I know it's sort of around the area. I know there's a few people coming by train to that meet because it's only a hike. It's there's a few people turning up on train, so it's near. I'm sure it's like near Edale. Like there's a train station at Edale. I know there's a few people getting off there, and then we're doing like 7 miles in the hills at night, through the night navigation. So that's that. I'm Kev. Adrian, should we put you as a spanner as well? I don't see why not. You're not being horrible, Kev. You're just being honest. If you enjoy the Bushcraft show more than that, what makes it you happy? Nothing wrong with that. No, it's not that I enjoy it more. Like I say, I don't want to come across as horrible about that. All my friends are at the Bushcraft show. All my friends are like people on Craghoppers, people on Woodland Ways, people on. All my friends are there, and for the last since 2016, I've been to Sweden with a few of them, and then we did the Craghoppers Black Wolf, and then I didn't do anything, and then I did Edale, and then I broke my back, and then I didn't do anything for the last 2 years. And I don't mean to be horrible to anyone. That's not what I'm about. But there's certain friends, like the friends that Back Garden Bushcraft. If you've not seen Back Garden Bushcraft, you should go and check him out. Everything, such a young lad, but everything is perfect. He's got a channel, and every single knife, slice, every single time he chops wood for the fire, every single knot, every single top. If you want to know, for a young lad who's younger than me, is only mid-20s, everything is perfect. Do you know what I mean? Is that everything that you can imagine is perfect. And he goes there every year, and like I say, I've not seen him since 2016. Tom, I love Tom. I love his channel. I love everything about him. It was one of the few channels that I recommend on my channel. Like I say, it's just stunning. You know, all the people that I learned all bow drill with, and all the other people that I spent time with out in the wilderness, and you know what I mean. There's nothing wrong with Edo. Like I say, there's nothing wrong. It's a great venue. It's a great event, but for the real professionals in the industry, the Bushcraft show, that's just the way it is. You know, it's a bigger event. So they are there, and that's the only way. It's nearly the Bushcraft show is nearly an event for my people or my circles. They're all there, you know. All my friends are there. They're all there. So, you know, if they all went to Edale, I'd go to Edale because that's where the all was. But it's not. Unfortunately, they're all working. They're all running shows. They're all trying to promote their schools. They're all trying to promote their whatever. You know what I mean? That's just where all my friends are from. You know, I do have a lot like Prep Nomad, like Gareth and Zoe, like Paul Mez, Big Lee, anyone like that. I do have a lot of friends that are YouTube based. You know what I mean? But I also have this other side that are all professional based, and all the professional based people are all going to be at the Bushcraft show. So, you know, and I know like a lot of people have been asking me this year if I'm going to the. Well, they was asking for the last couple of years if I'm going to the Bushcraft show, and I've not gone. We've got like Silverback and all people like that saying, "Okay, if you're going to go, you're going to go." And I know the chats have been running for a few years now, and probably these people are going to come to me and say, "Oh, Kev, I like your chats. I like this. I like that." And maybe I feel like a bit of a celebrity or whatever. I don't know. You know what I mean? And I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I just think it's time that I went back to the Bushcraft show. You know, like after 4 years, like people was one of the main ones was Stevie Frogmoon. I was only doing YouTube for a year, and he found me in 2016 after I literally just got back from from Sweden. I come back from Sweden on the Tuesday, and when we'd started the Bushcraft show on the Thursday, and you know, Steve come up and he was like, "Oh, I get it." And Steve always thought I was a bit of a wanker because I didn't really acknowledge him, but I didn't really recognise him. You know what I mean? It wasn't a channel that I really watched, but obviously he'd watched my channel and he'd come up and said, "Kevin," and then all of a sudden he thought I was a prick because I didn't really answer him, and you know, and then I met Paul Prep Nomad, and Paul Prep Nomad says, "Oh, Kev, you know, what about Steve? I was like, oh yeah. But between the time then, I knew who Steve was. And then he was like, oh, come to Selby, have a camp out and all the rest of it. And then everything was all golden, you know. There was Steve there was me there was Paul there, and there was a few others. But the way that Prep Nomad, the way that Stevie come up to me that day, I didn't know who he was, and that's the God's honest truth. And he always thought I was a bit of a bastard because he thought I ignored him, but I just didn't know who the dude was at the time. And that's the truth of the matter. You know, and that was only after 1 year. So you can imagine after 5 years of live chats and 5 years of meeting you guys and all the rest of it, that although the channel's not massively blown up, or I'm not like a fucking a huge YouTube sensation, that, you know, there's still a lot of people out there that if I went to Bushcraft Show might recognize me. And would it detract from the event? I know I know that Gareth and Zoe, when they went to Edale a couple of years ago, that people was trying to blow smoke up their arse. Would it happen to me? I don't know. Would it happen? I don't know. It might do. There might be like people just trying to blow smoke up my ass. No, it was a little bit. I'll say the other day. It was a little while ago actually, when he went with Prep Nomad up to the Yorkshire Bushcraft, West Yorkshire Bushcraft place or whatever. And I last year, was it last year? I can't remember if it was last year or the year before. John was on about coming down to the Bushcraft show with us, and I didn't know. I didn't know if Carlisle 195 was going to come with us, and then everyone was trying to blow smoke up his ass. And John's really, I love John, right? I love John, but he's not really a people's person. Put it that way. Is that? I think that's fair to say. He's not really a people's person, you know. You don't want people blowing smoke up his ass. And his channel is very pure. You know, there's no advertising. There's no, this is, I don't know, Snug Pack and sent me this and blah blah blah. They want me to do a review. John doesn't do none of that. You know, there's no one blowing smoke up John's ass. So I don't know. Let's read up with some of these comments and see if I've just been talking total shit or not. Not being all okay, but just be nice. If you enjoy the West show, yeah, read that. Explore Radio and showing 8 people. Yeah, I think we're showing 7 right now, which is not too bad. Navigation, be good experience, Kev. Yeah, thanks for that, Gillian. I think so. Meeting at Edale Car Park across the road from the train station at 6, says Dave. Adrian said, let's see what happens in a year time or Brexit. There's only a couple of 3 options, isn't it? It's going to be good or bad or terrible or all right. Just popping in for a bit to say hello, says Dan at Camp Live Bushcraft. Hello, says Gillian. Hey, Gillian. Kev, you out tomorrow camping? No, I'm not out tomorrow. I'm not out this week. Dave says hello, Camp Life, Dan. GDA says Camp Life Bushcraft, Dan. Because the Alan, the Biggie channel or more one than you are, it does make a very different event. It can do, but at the same time, Paul, I know sometimes like one of the people that I really looked up to, who was in your sort of circles, was Dean Reed at the time, like a year ago or something, 2 years ago, half a year ago, 1.5 years ago, whatever the fuck it may be, I don't know. You know, you was like, you was there and you was like with Dean, and he was like sort of following Jay Goonie Bushcraft and the Rat Pack boys around, and but it's like, if I would have got on a camp and Dean was there, it's not like I would have fucking grilled him a million times for a million questions and put him on the spot. You know, it can be like, I don't know. If it would have turned up in a camp that I would have been at, it would have just been like, you enjoy the camp. You don't have to grill someone a million times and give them like a million fucking dilemmas to try and solve out in questions, if that makes sense. Do you know what I mean? It's like, just imagine, I don't know, fucking Paul Curtley decided that he'd like my stuff on my channel and he wanted to go to a camp. You know, all right, Kev, we're going to the Lake District, blah blah blah. You know, we're going to take these two canoes, and we're going to. You wouldn't ask him a million questions. You wouldn't put him on the spot a million times, would you? Even if you might want to, you know, you might say to him, "Oh, there's a million things I want to ask you, Paul. You know, would you come on the live chat, or let's do a podcast out of this?" But you wouldn't use the camp to put them under the spot, would you? And it's the same as like it's the same as Carlisle when I was first starting out. Don't know why I was lucky enough to get an invite up to John Carlisle's house, literally to his house, pick him up, take him up to the Lake District. Fucking hell, I only had a couple of hundred subscribers. John in the day probably had 50,000 subscribers. I don't know. It was massive. Like I said on the live chat the other day, I thought John was going to be the first one of my mates to. It was one of my good mates, the person I can call a friend, like I can call Prep Nomad a friend. There's people in the side chat, let's talk. Dan, Camp Life Bushcraft, Grizzly Allen, Exploring Vadrian, people like these who I care for, but they're not my closest friends. It's not someone I've got a telephone number for in my phone, shall we say. But John Carlisle was. I don't know how we turned out to that. And I really did think he was going to get that 100,000 subscriber play button. The first one of my friends. Turns out that fucking Andy snuck in there and poof, Kent Survival, 100,000 subscribers. And I really do admire him for that and respect him, and a bit jealous, the little prick, because he got there before the. No. I mean Andy. Yeah, we respect you and well done. There's people in the side chat that I really do help, that all do well, and there was people that I thought were going to get to a certain place, and I thought John was going to be there. But like I say, I don't know how I got there. I don't know how I got an invite to John's house to take him into the Lake District. I don't know. I don't know how it happened. He was there and done it, and I've really lost my fortune for this. I don't know where I was going now. I've gone so far off topic, I fucking forgot. I don't know. It's a funny thing, people can be starstruck. Oh, that's what I was saying, yeah. When I got up there with John, it was just literally, I went to John's house, knocked on his door, said, "Hey, get in the fucking car, we're going to be late." John jumped in the front of the car, said, "Let's go to the..." And that was it. There was no, like I said, there was no starstruck, there was no thing, even though I've been watching John, every single video that John had put out, I watched every single backlog of video. John was going from the fucking 3-story teepee. I was watching all his old videos all the way back to, like, at the time, 2013, of his SAS Survival Handbook videos, like all his trap videos and everything he'd done. But I don't know. I'm not the person that's. I don't know. I'm not the person that gets starstruck. I went out. You might have seen it or might not have seen it because my videos went a bit off topic. But I went out and did a tour of the UK and Wales in the summer. Me and Lily. Well, I converted a van. Me and Lily went out, and I was meeting YouTubers with 3 million plus subscribers. 3 million plus. Literally, they was inviting me to their house. Ali Law. I fucking loved Ali Law. I still love Ali Law. The geezer was inviting us to his house. Gave me his phone number, gave me an address. Kev, come to the house. At the time, what was it? Was going to do the slip and slide off the roof of his house into a trampoline. and we was waiting outside his house, but you know, 3 million subscribers, which is, you know, when you think of like the outdoor community, that's like who's got the most in the UK? I don't know. Probably TA Outdoors with 1.5 million. It's got double the subscribers of TA, and the dude's just like, yeah, just come to the house, Kev. We'll fucking send it all day at the house. Like, it was just mad, and you know, we ended up going to his house, and then he fucked off to Clacton, and I thought, oh, this is great because this is where Wild Ginger Bruce lives. You know, Clacton upon Sea. We're going to meet Wild Ginger Bruce, and Wild Ginger Bruce was in the mountains, as it turned out. But it was just like, you know, we'd met up. We went to the. Oh, we're going down the pier, Kevin. I don't know. I think I'm probably too old and a bit too wise and a bit too dumb to get starstruck. You know, we went there. They was there. All of a sudden, they was calling me the fucking boss. They was calling me the champ. They was like, "Holy fuck, Kev, you're doing stuff that we don't do. You're crazy." And I've got these YouTubers like Ali Law and Disco Boy and all the rest of it saying, you're fucked. You're mental, Kev. You're worse than we are." And these have got 3 million plus subscribers and 100,000 plus subscribers, and yeah. So I don't know. I don't get don't get starstruck, and you know, these guys that was all messaging me at Christmas. I was all messaging when they was having MMA fights on. You know what I mean? And we've become friends, and that's it. We've become friends. But it wasn't a case of being starstruck, like, oh my God, you're talking to me. Oh my God. You know what I mean? I speak to them like I'd speak to Gillian uh, uh, or Dan, Camp Life Bushcraft. Anyone. It doesn't matter to me if you've got 10 million subscribers or 10 subscribers. I'm going to treat you the same because I want you to treat me the same. You know what I mean? So your subscriber base or whatever didn't matter. It's a funny thing. People can be starstruck, on the other hand, people can be confident on camera and be shy. Yeah, agree. Yeah, that was putting them. I'd cut my bushcraft down. People are just people. They'll prove no what's to me. Yeah, I like that. I like that sentiment, Dan. Paul says, "I think I've got the greatest respect for people who treat me the same before I had a channel." As I don't know. Yeah, that's what I mean. It was the same. Like I say, I met some in the summer. I met some big YouTubers, like 3 million plus, and they didn't treat me. They didn't treat me bad, and I didn't treat them like they were some sort of heroes. It was just we all had the same agenda. We all want to make good videos. We all want to make entertaining videos. We all want a bit of nice weather to make our videos, and we all, you know what I mean? That was the same thing. Their car broke down one day, so I got the van out. You know, we literally we slept outside. One of the nights we slept outside a Toby Carvery. There was my van, Ali's car, Disco Boy's van. Ali left all his lights on. You know what I mean? So I turned the van around, and I've got all the van. There was just a few YouTubers trying to get a good crack to make a good video, and it was all right. In fact, I even want to put Ali's video in the chat so we can click on it later, because one of his mates later on. We left. We was there for 3 days. I spent 3 days with Ali and Disco Boy and Finn and all the rest of the boys. Then they went back to, I can't remember who it was, maybe Southampton, or they went back south, and one of the boys got arrested in Wetherspoons for underage drinking, even though he provided his ID. He got arrested. You only have to be, 18 to drink in the UK? I think the geezer was 19 or 20, but he looked young. And they arrested him at the end of the video, and it all went tits up, and that sort of took the title out of the video. But where is it? Let me try and look at the video. Well, I don't want to lose the side chat or whatever. But I've got you on the phone in a minute, so let's have a look. Look at Law's but yeah, we was there. Oh, and then Ali did all the cage fighting and all that. But yeah, but it's like I say, look, 3 million, just nearly 3.1 million. It's like I say, it just come out on Christmas and it just messaged us, and I've messaged him a few times. He's messaged me, and it's like Gareth said one sometime. He goes, "Oh, you meet our lawyer, the guy you message and all that." And I was like, "No, he messages me back. He messages me just as much as I message him," and then people couldn't believe it. 1 year ago, 1 year ago. Where is it? I'm just looking now. Sorry if I'm being ignorant. I'm just looking. Where is it? Oh, my ribs are hurting, man. What? I went to videos, but it looks like it's disappeared. Let me just check. So the police come for something. It might have even deleted it. It looks like it might have deleted it. Man, this is back. Oh, that video's gone. I don't know where it's gone. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, it looks like it's gone. It looks like it's. If I can just turn you around now. Can you see that? It looks like it's been restricted. But it was there. I was on. We was there. Was it Clapton, and was trying to get each other. We were trying to dare each other to do some freaky stuff, and I just basically stripped down and jumped in the pool that had like motor dinghies on. But the guys was hilarious. Like we went to like Audi and we was doing shopping, and just the stupid stuff that they was doing. They just come normal to them inside the supermarkets, and that was just outrageous. It really was funny. Yeah, let's go back. Let me just try and find back to us. All right, it's where we're going to be. I'll just the upload. Hello seems real genuine. Oh, he's a solid dude. Honestly, he really is. 45 minutes to go. That's right. Off for a bit. Have a good night. If I don't come back from, cheers, Kevin. Yeah, cheers, Dan. All the best. Was a good video, says Gillian. No, so you did see it though. So these people don't know I'm talking shit. Gillian watched it. Yeah, we was in it, and honestly, all they could tell me when we was leaving in that was just how crazy or how sick. What their words, how sick I was. They just couldn't believe it, and I was just all I kept saying to them was like, I've got Lily here, so I'm behaving. You imagine how I am or what I can be like when Lily's not here. And they were like, damn, we're going to get that on video. But they're so restricted in what they can do now in the UK that soon as January the 1st come, soon as January the 1st come, they've all fucked off. They've gone for 3 months. They're not coming back for 3 months. We are supposed to be meeting them with Brendan Allen and Man's Love TV, Gavin So Whitecamp, and there's a few others that are supposed to be meeting them at a location in July. So it's mixing like all my camping buds and all my other buds, they're all meeting in July, and I just think it will be at the location where we're going. Will be a fucking sick location, and yeah, I can't really wait. Gillian says it was madness. Yeah, it's a madness. It doesn't say it on the net for nothing. Night William, take care. William must be going. Bedtime all the best lads. And Lass said, yeah, cheers William, thanks for dropping by tonight. Thanks a lot for that. Really it's appreciated, my friend. It was funny, Gillian, because when I first got there, you might have seen in Ali's video that Disco Boy was like, Lee was like, oh, what the fuck, we're inviting a fan here, and all of a sudden, like, Lee sent me a thing on Instagram, and there's Instagram, and then you can send like best of friends, like, or what is it, close friends, and like as soon as we come back, I got all these requests coming through on Instagram, like Finn and Disco Boy and all them. So I get to see stuff that normal people don't see because they sent the requests out for best of friends, and some of the stuff on Instagram that normal people see like crazy enough, but the stuff that you only get to see if you're a best of friend is just mental. The boys, Lee, Finn, Ali, fucking all them, they're all crazy. Like when you're in the inner circles, if you know what I mean, fucking mental. What a lot of people don't know about is that we went on a madness with Ali, and I took Lily. we went on there was an I'll come out and say there was an inflatable water park that Ali and that had smashed, and the weirdest thing was it was the same location, and it was exactly, I'm not kidding you, it was exactly a year to the day that Ali had been out and all the boys, and there was like on this inflatable water park and all that, and then we'd met on there, and then we'd gone back, and it was like, whoa, it was a year to the day. And I took Lily, you know, there was no fences to climb, there was no security walls. But look it, I took Leo. I couldn't record it, I couldn't film it, because if anything had happened, Ali would be fucking seriously fucked up. You know, he would have went to jail, and I don't know, it was like, am I the worst parent in the world because I took her, or am I the best? It really was like, I couldn't work out whether I was a good dad or a bad dad. And we fucking took it anyway, and we smashed it and was in there for a few hours on this inflatable water park, and the fucking guy turned up. It was like, and it was like, you're Ali Law, and what fucking hell, they all went, and I've got the footage. I've fucking never, I would never release it or out because I don't want to get the boys in trouble or like that. But also, I think they earned a few brownie points by, you know, a couple of people might use the names to try and get a few more views or a bit more popularity out, but not me, not Leo. It's been tight under wraps, and it was just an insane night. And you know, Lily, after that, she finished primary school, went to high school, and you know, she could tell people she went on a madness with Ali Law, and she's been on a madness in his videos and all the rest of it. And people say, no, you aren't, no, you're that. And then I just like, Ali, you know, people don't believe you. People don't believe Lily. And it was just like, all of a sudden, Lily was all over Ali's Instagram, you know, Ali had these things made out of like Instagram posts off a phone, but the big, you know, and then Lily's all over the thing, and then Lily's transition into high school was easier because everyone was like, fucking hell, that's Ali Law's mate. Lily really is Ali Law's mate. It was just bizarre. And one of her best friends now was a big fan of Ali Law, and so Lily's transition into school was when someone's moving from primary school into high school is a tough transition in any kid's life, and all of a sudden it was like, well, you're a bit sick because in their words, you're a bit sick because Ali Law, and and yeah, you're a bit sick, and all of a sudden Lily met this person who was a massive fan, and then she was like, "Oh my god!" Lily sent at the time. Lily sent the picture. Lily had sent the links that we was in Ali's video, and then she sent like the links of we had my own channel, and Ali was in our video, and it was just like Lily's transition period was so easy because of Ali Law. And I sent him this when he was having this cage fight, and then all of a sudden it looked like he was looking a bit down. And I sent Ali the message. I said, "Look, you don't realize, man. You're a big part of people's life, even if you don't really know about it." I sent him the story, and I sent him the story, and he was like, "Oh, fucking hell, brother, thanks for that. Oh, I can't believe it. I can't believe I was an influencer on someone." Excuse me, in someone's lives, and he was like, "Thanks for sending me the story," and oh yeah. It was a good moment. Oh, loads of good moments, to be fair. We've got Rob Gilchrist. Whoop. What trigger? Can't wait. This is Gillian. Is that for the 37 minutes? 36, 35. We're all counting down. I was nearly going to end at bloody 1:15. So yeah. Shall we wait till just after 11, and then we'll might end it? I don't know. If everyone's fed up with me talking or not by then, we don't know. If they are, we'll go. If they're not, then we're not. This is the thing. I mean, in what I was saying about all my friends at the that go to the Bushcraft show and all the rest of it, a good percentage of them are Scottish. But all this Scotland voted to remain. Scotland didn't vote to remain because Scotland never had a vote. The UK as a nation, unfortunately, it wasn't Scotland. The UK had a vote, and the UK voted to leave. There wasn't a Scottish vote. All right, the majority in Scotland didn't vote the way that the rest of the UK did, but it wasn't Scotland's vote. It was the UK. So I might pee a few people off, but Scotland didn't have a vote. It was the UK had a vote. As horrible as that may sound, but it's the truth. Scotland never voted, the UK voted, and the majority was to leave. Something I've been in check for a while, all the group chat, dealing with a few demons after surgery. Mate, you can come and go as you please with as with the live chats in the group. These chats, have a beer, don't have a beer, have a bong, don't have a bong, do what you please, man. You don't have to apologise to me for where you are or where you ain't. I appreciate you when you are here, and I hope to see you again when you're not. Don't worry about that, brother. Enjoying the live chat and the celebrity drink with you all. Let's see the independence in. So does anyone think that there's actually going to be an Independence Day like January the 31st every year? Is it going to be Brexit Day, Independence Day? Is it going to be does anyone think it will be a public holiday, or is it just going to be this one time and then zippity? I might just have a look, see what's going on at just over half an hour. Oh, they've got a big sign on there. Can you see? They've got a big thing on at Westminster. I'm pretty sure that the White Cliffs of Dover as well. There's a big celebration thing going on at the White Cliffs of Dover, like Or if we'd send everything, all good buys from all the European nations over across the White Cliffs of Dover. 31 minutes, 38 seconds, people. Now I couldn't even get Big Ben to chime. I don't know. That's what I was saying earlier, Rob. How the F could they not get that to go? Why for £500,000 can't you get that fucking thing to bong? The technology is not that difficult or not that hard. And there was a GoFundMe page. They said they didn't want the UK taxpayers to pay it, so they set up a GoFundMe. They said even if the GoFundMe reached the money, they're still not going to ring the Big Ben. And I wanted it to ring, I admit, but I didn't want it to ring for £500,000. No, I didn't. I don't understand why it cost that much or why it would cost that much. It's a fucking clockwork clock. Why does it cost £500,000 to bong it? No chance of that. Well, that's the World Health Minister talking about the coronavirus. Another scaremonger tactic, innit? It'll just be a day in the history. But yeah, that's what I was saying earlier on when the chaps come on, and it is just going to be another day in the history books. A good day for some, not as good day for others. But they do all this thing to scare us. Like they started calling it the Wuhan coronavirus killer virus. Yeah. But the worst thing is the normal average cold and the normal average flu kills 100 times more people a year than this thing has ever killed. So, but there's no big pandemic, there's no big drama, there's no big thing about the normal flu or virus. So, yeah, coronavirus is just another form of the flu virus. It is. It's just another part of the respiratory virus, and that's what it is. Gareth and Zoe got a few things through the post today from China, from an independent company that wants them to do reviews on their products. They don't open them. Why would you dare? Well, why would you dare open something from China if it's going to give you the coronavirus? One of his friends, Gareth, was saying that he went out and bulk buyed load of face masks from China. But what about the viruses in the masks? They don't know what to do. Well, what do you do? There's 2 people been declared as got it today, and they are Chinese nationals on tourism visas. And then there's 83 nationals that's been abroad. They've been brought back and took to the Wirral. So now there's 85 people in the UK that's got it. But any single person that's like been at the airport and been at the bus stations or anything like that, they could all get it. But it's still not like a mega killer or a mega serious thing. Like Ebola was worse, SARS was worse. Do you know what I mean? It's only killing like 1% or 2%. So that's only like 1 in every 100 people that get it are going to die, and they're all got they're all of older age or got respiratory problems or something. I don't know. Flu, cold, etc. or coronaviruses. Oh, I've lost you. Hating how the news report is killed by, actually died from. Yeah, all right. Yeah. 100%. Where I've been work, we been getting calls for those masks. Where they have ended synonymous protection. SARS is coronavirus. Yeah, like Dave was saying, they're all nearly coronaviruses. It's just another way to control. Yeah, This is what I was saying, 100%. And I think that's the media all over. They lie and exaggerate. We was on about it with Albion Camping earlier. That all these news outlets, the more crazy the headline is the more views they get, or the more papers they sell. And that's why I don't trust the news. I really don't trust the news because it's all sensationalized. And that's what I was saying about earlier on with the rats. There was a story from the Daily Star that there was rats. Honestly, 2 years ago, there was a story in the Daily Star that said there was rats running around the UK that was as big as cows. And we just laughed it off, you know. And I was like, well, it's great because I managed to catch one in the rat trap, and I put it on the spit and we cooked it up and we had some rat kebabs. But if you was a person not hard of like understanding, but if you was somebody that would believe this stuff, you would seriously probably not go out your house because you thought that there was giant rats as big as cows running around the Lincolnshire countryside. It's I don't know. It winds me up that these sensationalized headlines get believed because they should never be believed. Just another way to control it, yeah. Rob Gilchrist says, Gillian just watched a video of you brewing the woods. Use good juice of a spirit stove, keeping it simple. I didn't even know that Gillian had a proper channel. 2 people from near me, 2 people from your. 2 people from near you, Paul, but the 2 people was Chinese tourists. There wasn't nationalists. There was the 2 people that got it in York was Chinese tourists. What was I saying? Gillian, never. No, I didn't know that Gillian had a proper channel. I'm gonna have to go check that out. As well as Ali. No, not Ali. Yeah, Ali, Scottish Ali out in a boot. I'm gonna have to go check that channel out as well. Lee was telling me to check that out last night, but I can't do it while the chat's running because I'd lose the page. But Ali out in a boot from Scotland. I'm gonna have to check your channel out if you see this or watch this. Sometimes I go to where there was usually. How come Gillian ain't got it? She ain't got a spanner anyway. She'll give Gillian. Wow, welcome to the club now, Gillian. Say hello. Drop a comment down below, and you will see your name in blue with a spanner. Dormitory anger works in any weather. So Gillian should now have the spanner. Maths is best for cold weather. As that bio and I think they just light and does not burn hot enough. We was talking midweek about with when was talking with Andy, Kent Survival, and about his drone. And it looks like there's a few boys going out this weekend to try and go and look for Andy's drone. I hope they find it. But Andy didn't look like he had a good camp. Maybe the numbers are down tonight because I know there's 1 or 2 people, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people will go in on camp tonight. But yeah, I think Andy's 1. I think Owen's 1. I think Zoe's 1. Wow, a spanner, many thanks, Kev. Yeah, it's not something that I hold for privileged members or anything like that. It's normally if someone says to me they've got a link they want to share, and I just give them the spanner because that's the only way you can share it. So I just got a new drone. Kev has got rid of my Mavic Pro for the Mavic Mini. Yeah, well, Kent Survival lost his at the weekend. It just fucking did a fly. First time out, Rob. Trigger Rob. First time out. It was down on the moors. It was flying it full battery. I don't think he had just PS mode turned on. I think it said, he was doing a little track down the river, and the fucking thing flew off, and he lost it. He was searching for 3 hours on a little stretch of river. It was gone. Lost his Mavic Mini. I don't know. I'm sure there was something more done. I said to him, like, when I lost my DJI Spark, there was an image of where I could like track the image to and all the rest of it, and there was GPS, and and he reckoned he couldn't find it. He didn't reckon he had his phone plugged in and that, and I don't know. Even but I messaged him and said, even so, I'm sure, like, if a DJI just fly away, it's supposed to. He said he just tried to land. Well, he did land straight away. It went into land mode, but like when I lost mine, it was like fuck this, and it went into return to home mode and then come back as far as it could before the battery ran out. I don't know. I don't know. It just didn't seem right that he lost his thing. But Andy's got a big channel now, a massive following. It's just fucking reached 100,000 subscribers, which is astonishing for our sort of community. Our sort of target audience, to reach 100,000 is just. I know there's people like TA and MCQ and Joe Robinette, millions, like just reached 1 million, but to get 100,000 is in our community is a fucking big deal, and he should be proud. And hopefully he has a bit of pulling power to reach to these companies and be like, no, that one, I didn't think that was right. This drone shouldn't have just fucking flown away by itself. And hopefully he will do that. Hopefully he'll just, just be like, no, that wasn't right. The fucking thing just flew off, and I didn't want to come home. Paul Noma says, I know, mate. What did I say? We'll have to do a camp together sometime. Prep to them from Leeds. Fuck you. If Prep's camping with anyone, it's camping with me in my woods. Fuck you, Rob. Trigger Rob. It's camping with me. Just got no drone, Kev. Yeah. Paul says, I know, mate. I have to get to West Yorkshire sometime. Which one, Paul, at Silsden or Hainworth? Silsden. Yeah, I think me, Paul, and that would be more likely to go to Silsden. Trigger says, I know what you mean, Kev. If he has the flight date on his app, then he got to go Phantom Pilots. They will be able to figure out where he was. Well, Rob, he said actually, and I didn't know this. Obviously, whenever I start my DJI up, the Spark, and I fly, I live next to a skydiving aerodrome. So if I go too close to that, everything tells me, my phone and my drone all beeps, and it doesn't want me to fly next to this aerodrome and all this. And then I'm like 2 miles the other way, I've got Humberside Airport, and it's the same again. If I try and fly the drone, there's fucking and there's things all going off everywhere. The drone does not want to fly. But he said, and I didn't know, but I have researched it, and not that I didn't trust him, not that I didn't trust Andy, but he said on the moors, it's illegal to fly the drones. And I was like, surely not. What the fuck reason could it be illegal to fly the drone on the moors? There's not many people, there's not many houses, there's no air traffic, but it is, and he's right. And he says, and he said in the in the chat last week that it was calmer for trying to fly on the moors, on the Devon moors. I didn't know. I didn't know that. I didn't know. I honestly, hands down, hands on heart, didn't know it. And he was like, "Well, this is my punishment, Kev, for trying to fly it on the moors, or trying to get a cheeky picture on there." But I still think I don't understand why it can't be flown on there, because there's nothing around. There's fuck all. There's nothing. There's nothing. But like I say, he lost it, and that was the end of that. Even though I couldn't see why there's any reason why he couldn't be. You can understand sometimes, like Chinese lanterns are banned on there because they've got a naked flame on and all this other stuff. But a drone don't, and he lost his drone. But I guarantee anyone that's ever fucking lost the drone didn't want to lose the drone, or do you know what I mean? If it was a two or £300 Mavic Mini or £1,000 Mavic Air, no one's ever wanted to lose the drone. So I don't know. Do we have the flag there? Oh yeah. I'm not part of the group anymore, Paul. Got kicked out years ago when it all fell apart and stayed with the original one. I don't think I'm part of the Stonesden group anymore. Livy 2 Kev says, Robbie, we've only 20 minutes to go. I'll have to say goodnight. Back to down the phone, see you all in New Britain. What? We've only got 16 minutes. Boy, you should have fucking stayed with us, man. What's going on, Dave? It's the original one. Nightmare, all the best players, Lee, radar system says, Paul, if he needs help, get him to message me on Facebook and I'll see you there anyway. Because not my Phantom 4. I had a flyaway and found it, but couldn't figure out why. Yeah, but that's what I said to him. If you've had a flyaway for, you set your phone up, he's got the brand new Mavic Mini, he put it down, he flew it up, and he did a little fly down the river, and then he fucked off. The thing just went. It went, and then it decided it was getting all peeps on his phone that it was going to land somewhere, and all of a sudden his phone disconnected. He said that the phone disconnected, so he couldn't do the track the drone, or he couldn't do anything like this, and it wouldn't return to home because all the GPS signals had all popped out, and it just landed wherever it wanted. Now, I had a flyaway once because it was mega windy. I flew it up against some satellites, some ground satellites, and when I went above the satellites, it just went. It went off to the fucking Lincolnshire Wolds, and there's the video of me just like, oh no, and I'm flying it. I put it into turbo mode, and I was flying it, and it was coming back. Then it was just like, no, the battery's dead, and then it landed. But I got on the mini map on my phone. I got where it had been. I got where it was. I got the last the screen image, like it's video of where I was, so I could literally just see me as a little stick figure. I could see me, I could see the satellites, I could see the surroundings, so I basically knew which way it was pointing when it went down, and it tried to get back. But Andy had said that it did none of that. Like it didn't try and get home, it didn't try and return to home, it didn't try and do it. Because normally, like, they try and land where they take off, don't they? Unless battery's gone, which these new Mavic Minis, the Spark has a 12-minute battery. The new Mavic Mini has a 30-minute battery, and they don't just send it up. So you think it'd want to come back to where it landed, but no, it just carried on going. And then when it lost the GPS signal, it just decided to land wherever. And I just thought, no, that's software. I know you've had a few drones, Rob, and I've had the one. And I've spoke to you about a good few things about drones, and for it just to land wherever it wanted is wrong, because it could have landed in the river, could have landed on a roof, could have landed in a tree, it could have landed fucking anywhere it wanted. It's supposed to come home. The software is, and the firmware and all the app and everything else, it's supposed to come back to where it flew from, if it's got enough battery power, is the way I've always understood it. And this thing didn't. So, like I said earlier on, I told him, get in touch with him, tell him it's not fucking working. It lost its signal, and it just decided to go down wherever it was, and that's not right. You know what I mean? Tell him, message me on Facebook. Yeah, definitely software by the sound of it. This is what I've told him. That software wasn't right. Like I say, I've lost the signals of mine a few times, and it just comes back to where it's set off from. And normally it's like I thought within. When I first got the Spark, I sent mine around the local football pitch where I live, you know, under the goals, over the tennis court. And I just missed the tennis court by this much. And I was fucking around and I put it into turbo mode and I was flying it up and down the footy pitch. And then boom, no, we've reached enough where you've not got enough power to play around anymore. And it literally I was sat there like, oh God. Even though it was a flat field, it was an open field, I was always going to find it. And it brought it back to within like 6 or 8 inches of my feet. It just brought it all the way back when it done what it wanted to do, and then there was not enough battery power, and it landed at my feet. And this is what this should have done. Why this landed in the middle of nowhere when it had plenty of power, it had plenty of this, was a software error. So I've told him, I told him live to his face in the chat. I've messaged him on his video where he lost it. I said, get in touch with him because that is a software error. That should not be doing that. If you lose all hope with your drone, it's supposed to bring it back to where it's set off from. Return to home. I've had three now by DJI, so I know the issue is they can have curve. Does not help it weighs 205 grams. Yeah, that was one of the things I said to him. I think the Spark is around 900 grams, and that does not deal with the wind at all. It does not deal with it. So this thing only weighs a third of what mine weighs. Mine's a small drone. But it wasn't like it was a windy scenario or a windy day. So like the battery life will make it fly further than you would expect. Yeah, because the Mavic does 4 kilometers and the Mavic Mini also does 4 kilometers, whereas the Spark only does 1 kilometer. So it can go a lot farther because it's got battery. But like I say, it only just put it into the air. From the video, from what I made out from the video, it put it up and then sent it down, tried to put it in slow-mo mode, and then it just fucking flew. And it wasn't even like it was it was only 200 meters away from him, but he still could not find it and lost it. He had to come home. He walked home. He went back to his car and come home. But 200 by 200 by 200 by 200 is 800 meters squared, isn't it? You know, and he was looking for 3 hours. He said to find it. He could not find it. But it wasn't like when I lost mine. I lost mine in a ploughed brown field, and it's white. The Spark is white. His was grey, and wherever it's gone, he could have got within 6 inches of it, and if it was in deep enough grass, he wouldn't have seen it. But it's still, to me, that's still software error. It did not go home. It should have went home. Wherever he took off from, it's supposed to land and didn't. So he's got DJ. He did say he's got DJI's package, but he was unsure whether he could return it because I never had a drone to send back. But that's the thing with DJI package. If you've got a flyaway, you're not going to have the fucking drone to send back. But I agree, it's a fault. It shouldn't have happened, and but yeah, it's Andy anyway. It's Andy, Kent Survival. Fucking awesome lad, good lad. He'll talk to you about it. He'll probably want to especially talk to you about it because he was he was really wound up about it. So yeah, here we go. We've got fucking 8 minutes, people. So legally, by law, we are out of the EU. I know there's going to be a transition period all the way up until December, but legally, by law, yeah, boy. If you're watching later on, Jez or anyone else, I know you're in Westminster, so happy day. Said there was only going to be 10,000 people turning up, but I bet there's nearly 100. Yeah, historic moment. No matter what side of the fence you were on, this is a historic event. 6.5 minutes, people. Oh, Jesus, forget Edinburgh. Forget that terrorist Sturgeon. She's a mental case, she is. Sorry to all my Scottish friends, but Sturgeon, she's a mental case. She's just as dangerous as that fucking Merkel. She's horrible. Five minutes, peeps. I'm going to open another beer for this one. Cheers, people. Oh, fucking hell. The minute is, to be fair, if in GPS mode, had mine out and winds just over its max limit, I'm stable as hell. To figure it out, I'll have to chat with him about whether it was a software fault. Yeah, that's what I was saying. It was in GPS mode, and then it just stopped. Everything stopped. His phone stopped. The connection stopped. Everything, Rob. And then the drone just landed. Because everything had stopped, his drone and his phone and everything. He couldn't check where everything was, but that's what I'm saying. It was a software fault. That shouldn't have done that. Everything shouldn't have just stopped. The fact that everything did just stopped was the reason why it shouldn't have done it. Chat to him, honestly. Convince him to go back to DJI and say this wasn't right. Honestly, the chat that's coming through on my screen is not the chat that comes through on my live chat on the thingy. I've just seen Brendan in the house, and then I've seen Gillian respond to him. So whenever it pops up on my live chat, I will say hi, Brendan. What have you missed? Don't know him on Facebook. Kev's can't get hold of him. He doesn't have Facebook, mate. I don't even think Andy has WhatsApps anymore. Yeah, you'll have to go on his YouTube and message him. I don't even think they message him private. No, you can't even private message on YouTube anymore. It'll have to just be a comment, bud. 2 minutes and 58 seconds.
Well, I think he will be quietly celebrating. It was Brexit that catapulted him to the leadership of the Conservative Party. It was his promise to deliver Brexit that helped win him that.
Yeah, they're on the White Cliffs of Dover. I don't know if you can see that there, but that's a big countdown clock on the White Cliffs of Dover. We're doing this.
A new chapter for the UK that he will have to help write, and it has been 1,300.
The messages will come through in a second, but they're about 2.5 minutes behind. From what's going on my computer screen to what's going on my phone screen is just ridiculous.
Through 2 prime ministers, 2 general elections, and now
2 prime ministers, you're off your head. There was 3 prime ministers. There was David Cameron, Theresa May, Boris Johnson. There was 3 prime ministers in 3 years. 2 minutes.
What happened after the referendum was all the division and the rancor and the fighting over whether Brexit would happen. It ended in such awful stalemate last year that I think the sense now that I picked up when I've been around the country over the past week or so was a sense of relief that it's actually now going to happen. But this is going to be a hard chapter of British history to write. He's got to level up the country, as he says. He's also got to do.
Come on, baby, let's have it.
Ed Conway, thank you very much indeed. So,
Whatever way it goes, it's going to be, we're going to have to figure it out, aren't we? Good, bad, or the ugly.
UK leaves the European Union and enters a transition of 11 months with all that wrangling to come.
1 minute and 7 seconds on the Dover Cliffs. Oh, there's a big. I've got goosebumps. There's a big countdown going on the Dover Cliffs. Sayonara. And Tio. Don't know what that word says. There's some major lag. I'm happy and I'm sad, and I'm sure there's going to be people that's happy and there's people that's going to be sad. This is but it is a historic event and it's worth documenting. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Sovereignty back. The UK has left the EU. I've got major goose pimples on my arms, but it is what it is. You know, some people are going to be happy, some people are going to be sad. Can't please everybody. You know, and now it's time for the UK to make some hard and some strengthy decisions. You know, there's no leaver. Well, I've never seen any leaver that thinks there's going to be a really easy Brexit. It's going to be tough. You know, I don't want industry to fail. I don't want businesses to fail. I don't want people to lose their jobs. You know, but we've got this. The UK people are some of the hardiest people that's ever lived. We're a hardy people, and we can bounce back from practically anything. I do believe that. The manager, to be fair, in GPS man, to figure out how I need to speak to them. Right, the messages they are not coming through on my browser. Right, so let's go back manually. I'm just that little flash thing there you see in my thing going back. Okay, so we've got Brendan Allen. Hi, Kevin. All right, B. 5 minutes in the sovereign nation again, says Gillian. Gillian, to be fair, nearly all my friends from down south do not believe in the same thing I believe in. So it's weird that you've gone down to that there London-ish area and believe what you believe in. Finding Gillian, you ever seen the Magna Carta? Gillian says hi, Brendan. Rob says hi, Brendan. Brendan says what have I missed? Robert Gilchrist says how are you on my Facebook? I said can't hold him on it. Never seen the Magna Carta, says Gillian. Magna Carta did state that the Great Britain will never sell its sovereignty to another nation, so joining the EU is illegal anyway. And I like note, Kev, I'm finally going to the gym. Good lad. Andrew Farrier says, happy independence and Brexit to everyone. Gillian's got a Union Jack. God save our gracious Queen, says Rob. Nice one, says Gillian. Woohoo! Finally, says Rob. Been back here to see you, mate. All the old fishing men out drinking, having a barbecue there. That sounds great to me, Brendan. Out on the sea now, having a few beers and a barbecue. That'd be fucking awesome, son. God save the Queen, says Rob. Hey, Rob, says Prep Nomad. I'm in Quent. I'm in I'm in Kent. Quite a lot of supporting Brexit here. Yeah. Well, like I say, most people down south I know about was definitely supporting Brexit, but Owen Company is always a different machine. I feel like I have to pussyfoot around sometimes because he was a passionate man. We sort of had a ding dong last week, so in the chat on Wednesday I had to apologise to him. I'm not here to upset or offend anyone with my thinking or my beliefs. But if they're my beliefs or my thinking, then I don't believe they're wrong. That's the problem. I don't believe, if I believe a certain way, I don't believe that they're wrong, even if they've upset somebody. And it took a few days for him to come back, and he did come back, and he gave me some stick and some shit, which is exactly what I want and exactly what I love. I don't want anyone to be like offended or hurt. I'd rather someone come back and give me some shit, cut me names and everything else, and Owen did do that. So, yeah, top notch. But the world ain't going to end, Owen. We're still here, brother. It's 5 minutes past 11. We ain't all died. We're still a nation, and we haven't sunk into the depths of despair or anything like that. We're still here, man. And we're still going to be here. We're still going to be here in 5 years. We're still going to be here in 10 years. There might be a period of uncertainty and hardships, and any lever is, in my opinion, more than capable of thinking that it can't all be smooth sailing. But if we take our time and we slow things down, and we take our time and make the right decisions at the right times, we've got this. The UK people are a special people. We used to be the smartest, we used to be the bravest, we used to be the most intelligent. Our armors used to be the best, the engineers used to be the best. There's no reason why we can't be the best again. So, right, I think we have been rocking and rolling for 2 hours. We're past the critical time. We've got Rob. I know we've still got Rob about. We've got Gillian. We've got Paul. We've got Brendan. Like I keep saying, I don't know if you guys have been in the normal chats, because there's a couple of names I've not seen in the normal chats. We've got something coming. We've got something coming in the Lake District around Easter, or just after Easter. If you want to be a part of that, just get in touch on Facebook. I don't think you can get in touch on YouTube anymore. Get in touch on Facebook. Get in touch on WhatsApp if you've already had me in there. If you've not got me on WhatsApp and you want to add me on WhatsApp, just add me. And yeah, there's a few spaces going for the Easter meet. So if you want to come to the Easter meet, Rob, Gillian, Paul, whoever is in the side chat, I can't see it at the minute because I'm literally at the top of my page, but get in touch with me. Yeah, it'd be good to meet a few of you. It'd be good to see some of you again. And yeah, I'm going to end it. Finally done it. Yeah, we have, Andrew. Some people's pleasure, some people's pain, but we've done it. But yeah, if you want to get in touch, you want to meet up in the Lake District, and it's on a site. It's an easy camp. You can bring your tent, you can bring your caravan, you can bring your van, you can get a wash. You've got water. You can do that. But if you want to do a site, we're going in the Lake District. It's just after Easter. Get in touch. We'll give you the dates. We'll give you the time. Really would be great to meet a few more. Yeah. Let's do this. Yeah, that's it, peeps. We'll catch you on the flip side.